What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. Welcome to the updated zombie combo video. I love this deck. I really do think it's a good deck. It's the deck that I would have played at YCS Charlotte if it didn't get cancelled because of freaking virus. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, if you guys love zombies, please make sure you smash the like and subscribe button because I will be updating the deck profile as well tomorrow. And yeah, let's jump right into combo number one. So Uni Zombie and Banshee is kind of like the bread and butter combo, but it's not just that. You can also draw like Solitaire plus Zombie World, or literally just every path leads to Rome anyways. So yeah, whatever. Let's just say that you have Uni Zombie plus Banshee or Mizuki or whatever. So you can Foolish the Mizuki, or if you had the Mizuki, you would have Foolish for Banshee, and then use the other effect of Uni Zombie to discard from the hand. This is the reason why Uni Zombie is slightly better than Gozuki, because if Gozuki gets ashed, you can't really take advantage of its other effect, whereas if Uni Zombie gets ashed, you can still use the other effect to send a zombie from your hand to the grave in order to kind of at least get that Mizuki or that Banshee in the grave, which allows you to at least do another play. But yeah, by reviving the Banshee here, we can make Needle Fiber since we have another body, and then summon the Bloom, and then we can make either Link Rebo or Nima. It doesn't really matter too much. And when we use the effect of Bloom, then we chain the Banshee, activate Zombie World. That way we don't lose the Cosmic Cyclone, because if you did activate the Banshee preemptively and your opponent chained Cosmic Cyclone on the Zombie World, you would have been forced to keep the Doom King in hand instead of being able to special summon it. So this is actually ideal here. And yeah, now you can make Vampire Sucker and then pass turn. So if you're going up against Bakru, you don't even need, you probably shouldn't go for the Vampire Sucker. You should just let the board like that, well, before the state of the sucker, and then just pass there so you wouldn't lose your Zombie World, because then during the standby this is kind of a choke point. But if you don't feel like you should be scared of like DD Call by the Grave and back removal, you can do that because it does net you an extra draw. One issue that I do have to note though is that it does force you to, when you summon Doom King off of its own effect, it has to be in defense, whereas when you summon it by Bloom, it can be an attack. This matters much more than you think because it has 2800 attack but only 2000 defense. So if your opponent randomly summons like a Cyber Dragon or Pankratops, he will be able to jump over the Doom King, but only if it's in defense. Otherwise, he's just not going to be able to apply too much pressure. But whatever, during the opponent's turn we have a bunch of interruptions, so this can banish a monster during the opponent's turn without targeting from the field or grave. You can also negate an effect, and you have the Needle Fiber to tag out into Formula Synchron, draw one card, and also Quick Sync into either Shiranui Sun Saga that keeps showing or Baroness de Fleur, which is not going to be here until January. But yeah, it will be an option, and then you get to at least pop one card your opponent controls, again without targeting, which is really nice. And you also were able to draw cards. Pretty cool. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so when I said that all paths lead to Rome, I kind of wasn't joking. Literally the exact same hand that I showed before, but this time with like an extra normal summon. It doesn't even look good. Like, you have two normal summons and freaking Banshee. It really doesn't look ideal, but who cares? It's still full combo. This time, an actual much better combo than combo number one. Combo number one was like the meh combo with two cards when you have like, you can have like 3 hand traps and the 2-card combo and you kind of still win the game there. But if you have like this, you don't even need hand traps because you just win the game immediately. You're going to see, so you can go Uni Zombie again, you're going to be sending for that good old Mizuki, and then this time use the effect not to discard the Banshee but to discard the Gozuki, and you don't go trigger happy and use the effect of Gozuki to banish that Mizuki so you can summon Banshee from the hand. Makes absolutely no sense. You go Mizuki, revive back the Gozuki, and then you're going to be using its effect to send another Mizuki. This is relevant because we get another body on the field, and by the time we link, this is a 2-in-1 package deal. So the Needle Fiber will be in Chain Link 1, whereas the Gozuki can be in Chain Link 2, and this time we don't have to be stupid and banish the Mizuki. You can banish Uni Zombie, which isn't relevant anymore. So we're doing that. The Needle Fiber is completely protected since it is in Chain Link 1. Well, completely protected. Valor and Imperm don't care about Chain Links, but whatever. You get to summon the Banshee from the hand and the Bloom from the deck, and then you make Artifact Dagda, and you go obviously Bloom, Chain Link 1, and then Banshee, Chain Link 2, Bloom being a trigger effect and Banshee being a quick effect, so not really the same thing. You can't really say, oh, I'm going to order it like another way. You really can't. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't work like that. But anyways, so you're also going to be summoning the Dagda, which is disgusting. You're going to see why literally right now. And yeah, you're going to make Vampire Sucker. You still had Mizuki, so during your own turn, you can draw one card with that Vampire Sucker, and the card that you're about to draw cannot be Artifact Scythe, since Dagda will immediately respond to your own Sucker to set that Scythe, shuffle your deck, and then draw one card. And yeah, your draw can literally be anything at this point. During your opponent's standby, you get, again, Doom King with another draw, which is just free, and when your opponent performs an action or two or whatever, you go TG Wonder Magician, pop Artifact Scythe, revive revive itself, and you once again have the option of either making Baroness or Shiranui Sun Saga to pop at least one card your opponent controls, or more if you have more synchros in your graveyard. So if you don't know the effect of Shiranui Sun Saga, when it's special summoned, not just when it's synchro summoned, when it's special summoned, you can return any number of zombie synchros in your grave. So if you have Zombie World, in other words, you can just return back any amount of synchro monsters from your grave because they're all zombies, return them to the extra deck, and then destroy cards your opponent controls equal, well, up to the amount of cards returned. And if a zombie monster you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish a Shiranui monster from your grave instead, Shiranui Spirit Master being a target for that protection ability, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I mean, your opponent is under Scythe, you still have double interruptions with Doom King, you have either a pop or an Omni Negate with Baroness. It's just too much, and you drew 2 cards, and this was like a 3-card combo, but it's very generic, it's very easy to achieve. You still have 2 other cards, so your opponent starts his turn, you have like 4 cards in hand and a bunch of negates. It's too much for your opponent. This is game over. Let's get into the 3rd combo though, which is the best one by far. So I'm going to take advantage of this, well, not really advantage, but I'm going to kind of clarify a few things here. I do have Gamma in my hand, and I'm going to get Ashed on the Solitaire, but that doesn't mean that it's a combo that requires you to resolve Gamma like that. Obviously, if you just have like 2 extra bodies, it still works. It's just to kind of show you that Gamma is nice in this deck when your Solitaire gets Ashed. But apart from that, I mean, it's not like super broken. But yeah, people have been playing Gamma with the solid. I mean, people have been playing Gamma in Zombie for a while actually, so nothing new here. But anyways, you go Solitaire, Tribute, and then you get Ashed, and then you give a big hug to your opponent because then you go like plus 25. Your opponent hand looped himself for 1 card, and you get a lot of summons. Like this actually makes your board better. Anyways, yeah. So send Gozuki, and then of course Needle Fiber, summon the Bloom. Okay, this is so sick. Alright, do you know what I'm about to do? Appaloosa for 4? Ah, come on. You think I'm that stupid? You think I'm gonna really make Appaloosa? Of course not. You know me. If I can make negates, I'm gonna make nugates. Nugates. But I'm going to make Chaos Ruler with no effect. This is literally to show you how insanely powerful this is. The thing is, we have no Link monsters in our grave, so we can't really make a Savage here. And the Chaos Ruler, if you mill, like, you can be good at the game and like randomly excavate like a bunch of Mizukis and stuff like that. Like if you're actually good at the game, this is what a mill looks like. But the thing is, we're not all good at Yu-Gi-Mons, right? Some of us are bad, and you kind of have to respect that. So sometimes when you're bad, you don't want to play cards like Chaos Ruler in decks that can't really mill too many cards, so you would be playing Savage. And just to prove that you don't need any mills, I'm not even using the effect. So during our opponent's turn, whatever, again, he's going to do any action, and then we can tag out with that Needle Fiber and summon what do you think I'm summoning? Shooting Riser Dragon. I'm going to be able to use its effect to send Mizuki, which gives us a follow-up, by the way. And after that, we can quick sync for this boy. And oh, you haven't seen anything. So we can go Chainlink 1, Archfiend Calamity, Chainlink 2 Bloom, and then Chainlink 3 Banshee, activate Zombie World, and still freaking summon Doom King. So this combo is disgusting because I don't know if you know what Heart Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss King Heart Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Heart Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Heart Red, okay, yeah, you tried saying that 10 times really fast. I give up. Anyways, how do you summon it? 2 tuners and 1 non-tuner Dark Synchro monster. Pretty hard, but it's fine because our deck is just so good, so it's easy. When this card is synchro summoned, and it's an optional effect, watch out, you can activate this effect. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards. Also, cards your opponent controls cannot activate their effects. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. If this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card, you can target 1 level 8 or lower Dark Dragon Synchro monster in your grave, special summon it. Nobody cares about that. Everybody cares about the first effect. It's basically Utopic Zexal! Oh my god, the deck can inherently make a Zexal-esque card, so our opponent can have all the extenders in the world, and it doesn't freaking matter. You can have Dark Ruler no more, and it kind of just doesn't really matter in a way if you don't use it right away. Oh wow, that actually rhymed, I think. LMAO. But yeah, and we also have Doom King, a follow-up with like Mizuki and like a stacked graveyard like Gozuki and Uni Zombie. Just like, this is Maryland's, like, Maryland, Merry Christmas, Happy Land City to the... Look, it's, you win, okay? You just win. Zombie best deck, just subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.